I want to familiarize you with a philosophy called Antinatalism. And this is basically the idea that non-existence is preferable to existence. Therefore, having babies is immoral, to put it simply. The idea is that life is perpetual suffering and every sentient being is subject to suffer. So it would be better if sentient beings didn't exist at all, so suffering could be eradicated. Or to be more precise, humans shouldn't exist. Contrary to popular belief that babies are blessings and the birth of a child should be celebrated, antinatalists believe that parents are immoral to bring children into the world, having seen how harsh reality can be and is. According to the antinatalist viewpoint, suffering can only be experienced through existence. Therefore, if one doesn't exist, one doesn't suffer. Since it can be universally agreed upon that suffering is bad, or at least not good, and existence inevitably brings suffering, then existence by extent is bad. I must point out, however, that this is by no means a genocidal, malicious philosophy focused on obliterating life altogether to achieve some utopian ideal. No. The antinatalist is against all suffering, so killing people to achieve non-existence isn't an option since that involves stupendous amounts of suffering. So that's like the antithesis of what they believe in, right? So if you happen to come across someone who subscribes to this school of thought, you don't have to worry that they'll murder you for your own good. These people are mostly peaceful. However, I have a slightly different viewpoint because I don't think that existence is bad at all. Of course, we do exist under circumstances that can be tough, but there are also good times. There's love, there's hope, you know. Anyway, I don't believe that people should quit reproducing, but I do believe that people should be more careful with reproduction. Don't just carelessly have babies because you think they are blessings. They might indeed be blessings, but you sometimes as the parent are a curse. Let me explain. See, in Jamaica we have a saying, once picnic come half a mind. And I think that's a reckless way to go about life and quite immoral, of course. Why should a human being be forced to exist and experience undue pain just because you weren't responsible enough to do what's necessary to prevent pregnancy until you're actually ready to raise a child? You don't have a stable job. You can't even afford to pay your bills on time and your life is a complete mess. But instead of working on yourself and setting a foundation, you decided that the ideal thing to do was to let another human being join you in your suffering and be forced to put up with your miserable existence. That, I think, is immoral. Nothing at all is wrong with having babies, but how about waiting until you are in a stable relationship with that steady and sufficient stream of income? And most importantly, how about waiting until you're in a good place psychologically? That sounds more like the right time to venture into parenthood, doesn't it? For all those who've had children already and you're doing a great job of being a parent, I applaud you. I know you may want to have more children in the future, so now is the time for you to work on yourself so you can make that a good experience when it comes. Thank you so much for watching.